What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Well, the Minnesota Timberwolves beat the hell out of the Clippers last night, 108-80, almost the exact score that they beat the Lakers the other day. It was 109-80 when they beat the Lakers. And like the Lakers, they exposed a fraudulent former star for not being so, and better suited at this point in their career being a role player. Last time LeBron James, who airballed a three-pointer, I think it was against that team. This time, the Igloo touch, or the Arctic touch, was transferred to James Harden, who's had a lot of those games this year. LeBron James was horrible the other day, and Mongo Slade was arguably worse. Just 1 of 10 from the floor, 5 points, I believe just 1 of 6 from downtown. This is the second time, too, that Anthony Edwards had a terrible game, but the Timberwolves still won decisively. You think that indicates that Anthony Edwards is a little bit overrated? You know what I'm saying? I guess he would be, considering they've been comparing him to Michael Jordan. But anyway, back to this guy. Mongo Slade became Brick Ross. Brick Ross is a rarefied form for James Harden. I mean, Mongo Slade is always Mongo Slade. Turnovers, timely missed shots when the team needs him to come through. But Brick Ross is when he truly forms and reverts to, that playoff form during the regular season. See, these games are usually reserved for big playoff games and big playoff moments. But when he gets this bad, then he turns into Brick Ross. As you can see, he's been munching down on those brick burgers mighty frequently this year. Mighty frequently. He's only shooting 37.9% from the floor this year. 37.9% from the floor. 33.8% from three-point range. But yet I hear so much about how Michael Jordan was a terrible three-point shooter. But these guys practice threes all day, every day. This is what they do. This is their bread and butter. These guys live for the three-point line. These guys are attempting 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, sometimes 13 three-pointers a game, depending upon what season you're talking about, what period of their career, and who we're talking about in general. These guys live from downtown. So why are they shooting so horribly? It ain't like they're getting D'd up. 33.8% from downtown. I think he had another 4 turnovers last night. But, as I said before, magically, turnovers don't matter anymore. Notice that? Why is that? Why is it that all of a sudden, turnovers don't really count anymore? No matter if it's James Harden, whether it's LeBron James, whether it's Trae Young, or whether it's Caitlin Clark in the WNBA, suddenly turnovers don't matter anymore. Only when it's Russell Westbrook did turnovers matter to you clowns. And yes, I'm talking to you if you feel like I'm talking to you. But Honey Bun James can do no wrong in some people's eyes. In some people's eyes, he could do no wrong. He's never really properly been called out by the media for his inefficient brick shooting when it comes to his extracurricular activities that has resulted in him, allegedly slapping a fan, taking a fan's phone and breaking it, slapping some dude in public in a hotel, all these other things he's gotten into, getting arrested overseas. Remember that? Somehow the media gave him all these passes. You explain that to me. You explain that to me. I'll tell you what I think it is. And I'll just tell you what I think it is allegedly. Allegedly, I'll say this. I think, as I said before, I think he's let's just put it like this. I think that he loves to divulge a lot of information, a lot of gossip, and in return, they ignore certain things. The media, you know what I'm saying? Because he's not Clutch affiliated, so it can't be that. Got to be something else, and I think it's that you know he he do a lot of pillow talking, put it like that. But anyway, Norman Powell is the guy that really has been making his team go. And I didn't see last night's game, but I'm pretty certain, judging by the margin, he didn't play. Let's see. Derrick Jones Jr., Ivica Zubac, James Harden, Amir Coffey, Chris Dunn, Nicholas Batum. I thought he was supposed to retire. Kai Jones, Mo Bamba, Bones Highland, Jordan. Nope, didn't play, just like I thought. Didn't play, so they didn't have any leadership. And let's see. James Harden, 1 of 10, 1 of 6 from downtown, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 turnovers, plus minus negative 27. Lord have mercy. James Harden needs to go ahead and he need to go ahead and retire too, man. Just, I mean, at this point, can we justify? I'm trying not to be a hater, bro. I'm really not. I'm not coming at it from hating. I'm coming at it at a point where do you guys really believe that these guys are earning their paychecks? I mean, what I'm saying is, when we were growing up, the guys that made the most money, not only were they producing, but these guys were doing a lot of heavy lifting. These guys were often leading teams to at least respectability, if not outright elite tiers, you know what I'm saying, in the league. But they also show up to work. Now, I'll give James Harden this. Mongo Slade does show up to work. I give him that. There's more than we can say about Kawhi Leonard, who's absolutely committing a heist, stealing money from the league. But when you look at the amount of money that Mongo Slade is making, is this level of play justifying? I'm trying to see what his season plus minus is. Okay. Well, despite the shooting woes, he has a plus minus of plus 52. So I got to give him that. That means LeBron James is horrible, bro. That nigga doing nothing but stat padding, bro. He ain't doing nothing but stat padding to get away with it. Lord. But yeah, okay. So, I give him that. Plus minus plus 52. So he's had some good games, man, but he can't sustain it. He had 4 good games in a row. That's a long stretch for him. 4 good games in a row, and then he played like absolute shit last night. At this stage of his career, James Harden is better off like being a role player. I mean, it's been established that he's not the guy that's going to lead you to a championship. So if he's not going to be a guy that's going to lead you to a championship, at the very least, be entertaining to watch. And for the most part, he's not even that all the time. You never know which Harden you're going to see. Are you going to see the James Harden who can give you regular season 30-point games? Or is he going to bust out and be the Mongo Slade / Brick Ross that does what he does last night? Which is when he plays against a team that's even anywhere near being a top tier team, he plays horrible. I'm looking at his roster. I mean, I'm looking at his his record now. Minnesota's 11-10. So they're like a middling team, but you know, they're capable of still playing at a high level. He played like crap against them. The last team that Mongo Slade played well, I mean, that played against that was decent was Boston, and I don't think he played well against them. That's what he does, though, man. You know, his entire career has been built upon beating up on bad teams. And when he plays against the better competition, he does what he does every time. But anyway, that's all I got to say about it, man. Tell me what you guys think.